Hi there, fellow riders. My name is Hawkon. I'm from Norway. Here on YouTube and Instagram, people know me as Hawkon Rides. I do charity rides for different types of charity, but today I'm doing a review on my biker tent from Wingman of the Road. So check it out. First, just let me start off with a disclaimer. None of this has been paid for or in any way from anybody. It's just me talking about a tent that I love. And with that said, roll intro. I got this bad boy about a year ago. I thought this would be the perfect tent for me, doing the charity ride I did last year, which you can have a glimpse of in my other videos. When I was going tenting on my motorcycle before, I only used the tarp, and that got wet and very chilly at night. And when I was lying underneath the tarp, I thought, why doesn't anyone make a tent like this? Like, would you get much more room around you, and with something to go onto the bike, so you can have some room beneath the tent and the bike. And then suddenly on Instagram one day this bad boy showed up. Well, actually not this one. They have two tents. This is the Toucan. This is for two people, or Toucan. They have their flagship, which is Goose, which is for one person. I went for the big one because I was going on a big trip, 1 month on the road, and I thought spending that much time in this already small tent would be, well, it would be good to have as much room as possible if I had to be like stuck in a rainstorm or something. So I took the big one, and I'm very happy that I did. Yeah, so I'm not gonna talk very much now. I'll just put it up for you and you can see how easy it is to set up. I also have another video with a timer on it, so you can see it took about 4 minutes and 30 seconds the first time I ever put it up. So yeah, stay tuned and watch me put up this tent. It's that easy. Yeah, so this is where I spent most of August in 2019. And the only thing I brought with me, because I was going all the way to the North Cape, I brought this woolen blanket from like a used army shop, just in case. And but inside here you have a foam mattress and a sleeping bag. And I was thinking maybe this sleeping bag was a bit too thin for the Norwegian temperatures, but actually it's very warm. It isolates very, very good. I'm not quite sure about the inner material here, but it feels almost like a windstop material. So it warms up very, very good. And yeah, it kept me warm all summer. And the mattress, it's not very thick, but maybe 2 centimeters. But it's real foam, so it's very comfortable to lie on. And of course you can open up this side too, and I'll show you. For those rainy days, if you need to cook or grab some of your gear which is underneath the awning there. And this floor mat here I like to have underneath the awning, just so my stuff doesn't get wet from the ground if it rains and stuff. Underneath here you don't need it because it's PVC, as you can see here, so it's completely waterproof. And it's good ventilation in both ends here. You can open up all the way down if you want. And it's very, very nice ventilated. I usually leave it like this. I just fold this down. And I hang my socks here, so it's dry in the morning. Other things, I'm about 180 centimeters tall, so this is 2 meters 15 centimeters, I think. So I have a lot of room, no problem at all. And the other thing which is so good with this sleeping bag, it's how tall it is, so you can bend your knees while you're inside it, and it's not tight in the foot end. So you can, not sure if I can show, but it's it goes all the way up to the roof when it's closed. You see? So you don't get claustrophobic in this sleeping bag here. So yeah, and well, I'll show you, come here. And on the inside you have a small pocket which you can have your mobile phone or other valuables in. And on each end you have these big ventilation spaces, and they are great to put your boots underneath. And on the goose you actually have a hook in the top in each end, which you can hang up your helmet, for example, or other stuff that you need to dry. But on this toucan, it's no hooks underneath, or maybe it is on the newer models, I don't know. So I'm a big fan of using this as a floor beneath the bike and the tent, because then I have this awning over me, and I can have my helmet or other things, my bag, underneath there, and it won't get wet. If it's a really bad rainstorm, then I'll show you what I do. and that keeps all of my stuff dry. And the other thing I do, I lower the ceiling so the water runs downwards and away from everything I have under here. But now if it floods here, everything here will be dry because this is 100% waterproof, and I will be dry because this is 100% waterproof. And one other thing you have to do, the first time you put it up, water it down, like a lot, because then this cotton will expand and waterproof itself. Brilliant, isn't it? So this tent is for me the best tent out there. Yeah, it weighs a lot, blah blah blah. I don't care, I ride a motorcycle. I'm not going to carry this around. No, I don't need to have like a swag or something in the thinnest nylon you can get and weighs like 100 grams. Why should I do that? It's way warmer, it condensates badly, and this is just comfort, you know? It's so much comfort. The good thing about this canvas is that it doesn't, the sunlight doesn't go through, so it's cool inside even if I'm directly in the sun in the morning. I don't wake up at like 6 or 7 in the morning sweating and wanting to get out. I can stay in here all day as long as I have good ventilation and don't get the sun directly in. If I have a bonfire, I don't have to be afraid of burning up in the middle of the night, because if it sparks from the bonfire onto this, it bounces off, man. It won't burn. I would prefer this over any type of ripstop or nylon or whatever they make those light small tents out of. I don't care. I'll buy this any day of the week. I've had about, I don't know, maybe 20 nights in a row in this tent, no problem. And I also have this bag that's on the back of my bike from Hawkon, and I have that in the end of the tent between my legs when I sleep. And even if I have that and all my clothes on top of that, I have plenty of room. You can't do that in a swag. So I can say with my hand on my heart, this is the best biker tent out there. No one else can beat it. Go get yours. I'll pack it back down and show you that too. Oh yeah, one more thing you could do. If you don't like the foam mattress inside here, you can change it out. Yeah, you can just put in a inflatable mattress, which is 90 centimeters wide. That's pretty cool. So let's round it up. The conclusion is I use this tent in temperatures from about 30 degrees Celsius down to 5 in rain, hail, you name it. That's what Norway brings you, you know. So I had no problem, no issues whatsoever with this tent. I never got wet, nothing inside the tent got wet, the mattress was dry all season. I didn't freeze even though the sleeping bag looked kind of thin. I had this extra woolen blanket with me, but I actually didn't use it that much. So I was really impressed with this tent. The ventilation system is better than I've ever seen in any tent. You can open up all 4 walls. Yeah, and you can close everything if you want, but I'm overly stoked with this tent. I wouldn't change this tent for any other tent. If this would happen to be stolen or broken somehow in some way that I can fix it myself, I'll buy a new one, most definitely. You can't get comfort like in this tent, in any other biker tent. Yep, this has been a review on the Toucan tent from Wingman of the Road. Check also out their website at wingmanoftheroad.com and take a look at the Goose tent for 1 person. This is for 2, or 1 that wants a little bit extra room, like I do. So yeah, that's all folks. Just don't forget to push the subscribe button, give a big thumbs up if you like this video. If not, do it anyway. And ride safe, ride far, people.